What's going on, y'all? Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the cash app's at the top right corner of the video. But let's get into it, man, because Kendrick Lamar had just did another interview with Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet has been everywhere, bro. Shout outs to his manager. But he got an interview with Kendrick Lamar on behalf of Apple Music and the Super Bowl halftime show. And I want to listen to it, man. I want to see if there's any hidden gems. And it looks like they do the interview in the GNX vehicle. Look at the GNX, bro, in all its glory. License plate off. If you know, you know. But I'm gonna play the clip right now and see what it is that Kendrick Lamar says, bro.
All right, my life is in your hands.
Yeah, man. I told you I got you, bro. You got movies to film.
Yeah, exactly.
Top of the record. Yeah.
Man at the Garden. This is the second time that he brings up Man at the Garden. He had brought up Man at the Garden, and I believe Reincarnated in the first interview that he did with Ebro and Nadeska. He had said straight up, like, yo, Man at the Garden, Reincarnated were two songs in particular that he talked about. I know he got into detail talking about Reincarnated and what it meant to write that record for the audience. But this is the second time that he's brought up Man at the Garden. And nobody brought up Man at the Garden in the first interview. Nadeska brought up Reincarnated, but I don't think she brought up Man at the Garden. I think he brought it up himself. And now he's bringing it up again.
Yeah, that's how it felt like to me. Also just being a fan of your music forever and knowing, like, look where you're at now, man. Like, it's just crazy. Super Bowl halftime show. And you just keep climbing, bro. It's, like, amazing.
Appreciate it. Man. I mean that, bro. Yeah. Man in the Garden, I mean every word on that motherfucker, man. That's probably the easiest record to write. And I figured out who I am in this present moment,
He said it was the easiest record to write. Man at the Garden was the easiest record for Kendrick to write down. And I think because it was so easy for him to get out, the thoughts of him deserving it all and all that is what made it easier for him to create that song. They're talking about how there's different types of narratives for different types of songs that you create. And I think him saying that it was easy for him to create Man at the Garden was because of the subject matter in the song itself. I think the most powerful part in the song is the third verse when he ends it with this right here. He says, keep these bitch people away from me. Keep all the blessings faithfully. Keep my essence contagious. That's okay with me. I burn this beat down. Don't you play with me or stay with me. I'm crashing out right now. No one's safe with me. I did it with integrity and people still try to hate on me. Just wait and see. More blood spilling is just paint to me. Dangerously, nothing changed with me. Still got pain in me. Flip a coin, want the shameless me or the famous me? How annoying does it anger me to know that lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe? That's insane to me. It's important. I deserve it all because it's mine. Tell me why you think you deserve to be the greatest of all time. And I think the very important part about this song is that when he gets to this part, it starts becoming aggressive. It's very light and very soft in the beginning. Like he has a very soft tone. Once he gets to this part, he starts getting aggressive, even a little bit more mad. Maybe he sounds a little bit more frustrated, but the lyrics start hitting you just as much as emotion as he's putting into the song starts flowing in. The lyrics start becoming a little bit more aggressive. When you talk about blood be spilling, it's just paint to me. Do you want the famous me or the shameless me? And I think this goes back to a conversation that I think Glasses Malone had did in a recent interview. Glasses Malone was somebody that Kendrick Lamar had shouted out, was somebody that was there with Kendrick in the very beginning, humble beginnings type shit, right? And he was talking about Good Kid, Mad City, and he was saying that people had it messed up. People thought that Kendrick was saying he was a good kid in a Mad City. And then he says that's not really the case. Kendrick's somebody that's trying to work out the stuff that he got going on. I'll play the clip right now. Oh, yeah, it was right here, bro. It was Bagfield. Shout out Bagfield. They did an interview with Glasses Malone, and he says that Kendrick Lamar was never a good kid. Referring to Good Kid, Mad City, he was like, Kendrick was not a good kid. And this goes back to Kendrick's lyrics at Man at the Garden, the song that he was praising in the Timothy Chalamet interview. He was saying, you want the famous me or the shameless me?
What's going to happen to me with Dot, because Dot, everybody think Dot is this good kid. Everybody think Kendrick is this good kid in the Mad City. This nigga is not that good of a kid.
Yeah, he's a menace. He's like Usher, he's a menace.
He's mean, yo,
by what he's done, you can tell he's mean,
he's
bro.
A mean
He's
person,
vicious.
And he's my guy. And there's a confusion because the title of that album, but I don't think people was listening to the material. And I'm like, listen to the shit. This nigga is funny. He got 1,000 jokes. He not some nigga that like
he's witty. He can snap.
There's a weird rhetoric that this is some kind of cool guy. This is this nigga working on himself. This is not good. Cuz is like a raggedy, like God is some shit. I mean, he gonna clown you all day. I didn't have to stop this nigga from fighting on tour buses. All kind of crazy. He is not. He's giving off what he wants to be. He's setting a goal, reaching his goal,
yes,
and inspiring kids to be better humans.
When Kendrick was saying this about Man at the Garden, it was so easy for him to write this because he means this with a passion, bro. I think when he says stuff like, when they whack out my mural, there's just more blood spilling. It's just pain to me. Dangerously, nothing changed with me. Still got pain in me. And I think that part is very important. What Glasses Malone was saying, like, bro, he's dealing with a lot of stuff. He's trying to better himself. He's not just a good kid. If anything, he's just a person that's just like me and you, who's just trying to better himself. But at the end of the day, you could flip a coin and you could either get the famous him or the shameless him. And I think the shameless him is the one where they're saying, oh, that's when Kendrick is being mean. Or the famous me is when I'm chill and laid back, when I'm doing an interview with Timothy Chalamet, or if I'm doing an interview with Nadeska and Ebro, real chill, real laid back, calm, little fit. How annoying does it anger me to know the lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe? That's insane to me. Growing frustrated with people who are talking about something that they know nothing about, things that he's studied for years, soaking up the game, putting it back out into the public and seeing what you could get back out from it, studying this craft and trying to use it to the best of your ability to get as far as you can to where you could say you deserve it all, bro. It's important. I deserve it all because it's mine. Tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time. And I think it's really easy for him to write it down why he deserves it all because he thinks about it all the time. It's like what Glasses Malone said. If he got to go, he's going to reach the goal. And a lot of people, when you ask them, well, why do you deserve it? Why do you think you deserve it? A lot of people will probably shrug their shoulders and be like, oh, because I want it. They won't really give you a full definition why they want it or why they feel like they deserve it all. If I told you, why do you deserve a raise? What are you going to tell me? What, because you want more money? Or are you going to tell me something better than that? Are you going to tell me all the work you put in, all the sacrifices you made, the days waking up early, the days you done this, the days you done that, in, blood out, day in and day out, doing everything that you can, you know, to prove to somebody why you deserve it. You don't really do that, you know. Not a lot of people, when you ask them why you deserve something, they could list it all just like that instantly. I think Kendrick being able to write these lyrics down was him expressing that he could tell you why exactly he feels like he deserves it all. And there's a reason why he brought up Man at the Garden more than just one time. Bringing up Reincarnated was Nadeska. He brought up Man at the Garden, I believe, in that interview. He talked about it in the first interview, and then bringing it up again towards the end of this interview. Makes me feel like this is probably Kendrick's favorite song on the album, allegedly. But it looks like Man at the Garden might be his favorite track. If it was the easiest one to write, it might be his favorite one. I know it's LeBron's favorite one. But yeah, man. The fact that he brought this record up twice, it just makes me feel like the appreciation that he has for this record might be going above everybody's head. But amongst all things, I really enjoyed the interview that he did here. I think the insightfulness that he had in this interview was towards the end, you know, when he started talking about the track. I think he was trying to restamp that again in this interview. Man at the Garden. Check it out again. Check my message at Man at the Garden again. I think that's what this interview was. But y'all can tell me how you feel. Y'all can let me know how you feel about this and get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.